She was carved from bamboo, born of sorrow. But when her heart shattered, the sky burned in rage. This is not just a tale. It's a warning whispered through generations in the misty hills of northeast India. What happens when a man's longing brings life to the lifeless, and then destroys the very soul he shaped? Stay with us as we unfold one of the most haunting love stories ever told, the legend of the bamboo wife and the warrior of fire. In the forgotten highlands between Nagaland and Manipur, where the spirits still whisper through the trees, a tale as old as the earth itself is passed from fire to fire, mouth to mouth. This is the haunting legend of the bamboo wife and the warrior of fire, a tale of magic, betrayal, and redemption, told by the Sangtam and Kuki tribes for generations. Long ago, in a Sangtam village perched high among the mountain peaks, lived a solitary bamboo weaver named Temujin. He was not rich, not brave, nor well-spoken, but his hands were gifted with the spirit of bamboo. Each basket he made held stories only the wind could hear. But tragedy struck one monsoon when a great flood swept through the village. Houses crumbled, fields vanished, and in the chaos, Temujin lost all he held dear: his wife, his child, his reason to laugh. He became a shadow of a man, wandering the forest with an empty gaze. One night, as he sat beneath the ancient spirit tree atop the hill, weeping beneath a moonlit sky, something strange happened. A soft glow pulsed from the roots of a nearby bamboo grove. Among them stood a single stalk, glowing green with golden veins, swaying though the air was still. In his dreams that night, a voice called to him, "Shape me with your sorrow, carve me with your longing, and I will be yours." Temujin, gripped by both awe and desperation, cut the glowing bamboo stalk and began to carve. Days passed, then weeks. He shaped her eyes from the knots of the stalk, her hands from the smoothest curves, her hair from fine bamboo strands. When he finished, he whispered, "I shall call you Kunliai." That night, thunder rolled across the hills. Rain fell like tears from the heavens. As lightning lit the hut, Kunliai opened her eyes. She breathed. She smiled. She lived. Kunliai moved like the wind, sang like a stream, and warmed the depth of Temujin's heart. She was no ordinary woman. Flowers bloomed where she stepped. Birds followed her songs. The entire village changed. Where there had once been mourning, laughter returned. The people whispered of a mystery never seen before, of a forest spirit turned bride. But deep in the hills, something else had begun to stir. In the southern hills of Kuki territory, lived a warrior named Laopuya. He was forged in fire, chosen by the forest gods to battle the shadow spirits, cursed beings born from sorrow and betrayal. His sword, known as Lungsai, burned with the rage of fallen ancestors. One night, the village seeress trembled in her hut. Her bones rattled with a prophecy. She spoke with a rasping voice. "A woman of bamboo, born from grief, shall crack the sky. She carries a storm within. If her soul breaks, fire shall rain." And so, guided by visions and dreams, Laopuya set out in an adventure to find her. He followed whispers on the wind, trails of blooming wildflowers, and the scent of something neither human nor spirit. But he wasn't the only one watching. When Laopuya entered the Sangtam village, he was struck by its peace. And then he saw her, Kunliai, standing at the edge of a field, singing to the butterflies. Her eyes, though bright, held deep sorrow. Laopuya, the fire warrior, felt his flame flicker. He approached her. Their first words were shy, their conversations delicate. But soon laughter flowed. Silence became comfortable. Something awakened in Kunliai, a longing not carved by Temujin but born anew. Temujin, watching from afar, grew restless. The woman he had shaped, the companion he had longed for, was slipping away, enjoying the company of a total stranger. In desperation, he visited the village shaman, a wise spiritual elder who is also a guardian of sacred knowledge and also an interpreter of spiritual balance between nature, spirits, and humans in the Sangtam village. He came seeking advice or a way to stop what he fears. "You gave her life, yes. But not a soul," shaman replied. "That was her gift alone. If you break her heart, You break the forest. But jealousy burns deeper than reason. Temujin couldn't bear it. He entered the sacred grove from which the glowing bamboo had once grown. He hacked at the roots, chopped at the stalks, silenced the songs of the grove. As the last stalk fell, a cry echoed through the hills. Kunlei collapsed. Her skin cracked like dried bamboo. Her breath grew shallow. The birds vanished. The wind died. "What's happening?" Laopuya exclaimed as he rushed to her side, holding her trembling hands. "I was born from sorrow, but in love I found life. Do not hate him. Save what you can." She closed her eyes, and the sky cracked open. From the heavens fell spirit fire. The mountains shook. Rivers turned to steam. Everything is reacting to a supernatural punishment tied to the prophecy that has been fulfilled. Temujin, overcome by grief, ran into the inferno, never to be seen again. But Laopuya, even as his blade flickered, held on to one final piece of Kunlei, a bamboo ring she had worn since she came to life. He climbed the highest peak, knelt in prayer, and offered it to the Sky Father. Laopuya exclaimed softly, "She was not meant for sorrow. Let her memory bloom." Where his tears fell, a tree grew, tall, glowing, pulsing with golden veins. It bloomed once a year, on the night of Kunlei's death. The fire stopped. The forests healed. And the tree became sacred to both Sangtam and Kuki people. They called it Kunlei's bloom. And beneath its petals, people of all kinds wed, prayed, and remembered the day love turned fire into life. To this day, they say if you walk the misty borderlands and find the glowing tree, you may hear her song in the wind. The bamboo wife and the warrior of fire still live, not in form but in memory. A reminder. Love is not control. Life is not ownership. And from broken roots can bloom eternal peace. If this story stirred your heart, if the winds of Kunlei's song still echo in your mind, then don't let it end here. Subscribe to Whispering Hills, where forgotten legends, sacred tales, and timeless truths are brought back to life. Every tale is a whisper from the past, and we're here to keep those whispers alive. Like, comment, and share if you believe stories still have the power to heal, warn, and awaken. Until the next story finds you, stay rooted and keep listening to the hills.